Hi, my name's Amy. I am a parent counselor here. I'm under supervision. You can meet with me once a week for the rest of the semester if you would like to. Everything you say to me is confidential, but there are some limitations. If you tell me that you're going to hurt yourself, somebody else, or that you can't take care of yourself, I'll have to break that confidentiality. You can refuse to see me at any time that you like. Do you have any questions? Okay, what brings you in today?
So I'm kind of like I'm feeling a little bit overwhelmed and stressed. This is my last semester, I'm graduating, I kind of have like everything set for grad school, all that stuff is going good, but I feel like I'm not spending a lot of time with like my friends and my family, and I know that I'm busy because I'm doing a lot of like important things for school, but my family keeps asking me like, oh, like why don't you spend time with us, and like it kind of makes me feel bad about it. So then when I do make some time for them, I end up like missing a lot of like work for school. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
Okay, so it sounds like you said you're feeling very overwhelmed, and maybe a little torn on having to choose between school and your friends and family.
That is everything.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about like your classes and stuff, how much like work you have and everything.
So I'm looking for classes. I'm also doing an internship. I work in the weekends. So it's a pretty busy schedule, but I've been managing, all this time. This is my last semester, so the work is just getting a little bit more intense. But yeah, so I kind of like, my schedule is very packed, and like I really just go home to just like sleep or whatever. But my family's always like, oh, like you don't even come here, like you don't even have dinner with us, and it kind of makes me feel bad on a daily basis. So then on the weekends I'll try to squeeze in some time, but then it ends up taking a lot from like my schoolwork.
Okay, does your family know like your class schedule and how busy you are and everything that you have going on?
They know, and that's the thing, like they're supportive in a way, they've always supported me this whole like 4 years, but I don't think they really know like what it's really like in reality. Like they think I could just make time, or like they think that like I'm just like it's just me like not making the time for them, but like I'm really trying, but I just don't think like they really take into consideration like everything I have to do. And I think it's also like a cultural thing, because it's like we're very like from like a community based type culture, but I don't really think they get that here.
Okay, so you're taking 4 classes, and you just have a lot of work to do and everything. You said you're also taking an internship. Okay, could you tell me a little bit about that?
Right. So the internship is twice a week, but it's kind of like research based because it deals with my major. So it is like 15 hours a week that I put in. It also counts as one of my classes. So that does take some time. Besides from the hours that I'm there, it does take time outside, when I got to do work for them and everything.
Okay, and what does your family like expect of you in terms of like your schoolwork and your relationship with them?
They just want me to like go out with them, like spend the weekends with them. My parents are not together, so it's like I have to like spend time with my dad and spend time with my mom. And then like if they invite me to like certain events, like family events, they like expecting me to go, and if I don't go, they just like keep making me feel bad about it. Like, oh, people are talking about you, or like they're saying that like you're never around.
Okay, so you're saying that they make you feel bad when you can't go to the family events and everything. When that happens, what do you like tell them for a reason that you can't make it, and how do they respond?
So I tell them, like either I have like a deadline, that same day or the following day, and I tell them like, look, I'm working, and this is time that I take to do this, and it's my last semester. I try to like explain it to them, and at the moment they don't really get it necessarily. Like they're kind of like, oh, brush it off. Like they'll brush it off and then just be like, oh, but like you gotta make time for us too. But then like other times, when I'm having like more serious talks with them, they'll be like, oh, we get it, and like it's all for your degree and this and that, and like we're proud of you, I will support you, and we want you to like do good. But then I don't get why they're not saying that, like when I tell them I can't go to certain things.
So it seems like in the moment when you like tell them that you can't make it something, that's when they get upset and they
Right.
like make you feel guilty about
Yeah,
it.
and it takes a toll on me because then, you know, it's like I can't even like do my work like the right way because I'm feeling a certain way, and then, you know, I'm trying to like hold them, and like this is like too much.
Now you said like you feel a certain way, like when, is that like guilt? Can you tell me about like your thought process?
And
Like,
this
when
is like
happens?
guilt. Like as soon like when it happens, I feel like guilty and I feel bad. And sometimes I feel like, okay, you know what, fine, I'll go. Like I'll give in. But then even when I do it and I do go to the family event or I go spend time with them, like I'm always thinking in the back of my mind, like, oh my god, like I really need to get this report done, or like I really need to do this assignment, or like a deadline's coming up, you know, and like I'm always on time with my stuff. So even when I'm spending time with them, it's like I'm doing it more for them, but I'm not really feeling happy while I'm doing it because there's like a million other things going through my mind.
So you feel guilty that you're upsetting your family, and even though you give in, like you're still like you'll go to the functions. It sounds like, but you're not really like focusing on being there. You're just worried about what you have to do at home.
Exactly, you're right.
Okay. So when you see your parents, are they happy to see you, or do they like pick a fight with you or argue with you about like not showing up more often, or when you're there with them, is everything okay?
Well, when I'm there, it's like, it's good. Like, they're not really on me because I'm there, I showed up. But then, like, when we go home or, like, at a different time, they'll be like, oh, yeah, but, like, you know, you're coming, but you're not really there. And, like, you know, don't think we don't notice that. So I'm just like, oh, my God, like, what the hell do you want me to do? Like, I'm doing this, you know, I'm still feeling bad. And then you're still, like, you know, like, arguing about it. So it's just like, I don't get it. It's just so conflicting.
Okay, so they do notice that you're not really paying attention to where you are and like enjoying the time that you're spending with them.
Yeah, like in a way they're glad that like I won, that I go finally, you know, like we get to see you, blah blah. But then it's like, then you know, it's like that's one phase, and then on the other phase it's like, oh, but like you're not really there, or like, you know, like don't go if you don't really want to be there. I'm just like I'm going for you guys, and I don't think I get it.
Okay. Do you think that there's anything you could do to like help them understand better, or like even to balance your time better, to help them see like that you don't feel like you're being like treated fairly in the situations?
I mean, I know, because I try to explain to them and like I show them like, look at all the things I have to do and like this and that. Like, don't think I'm just making this stuff up. Like, you know, I show them like the evidence, you know, that like I do have real things to work on. But I don't know, like I guess what confuses me is like why there is like understanding and they want me to like be focused in school, but then, you know, they want to pick arguments or like other stuff.
And have you talked to them about your feelings regarding this, like how frustrating it is, and that it makes you feel upset and that you feel like they're guilting you into this?
Not really. I don't really speak to them about that. Like I kind of just like want to like please them and, you know, do what's gonna like get them off my back, but I don't really like share my feelings with them.
Do you think if you did tell them how you feel about all of this, that they might understand better, or do you think it would just upset them?
I guess my mom would be more understanding, but then I don't know like if my dad would actually like understand and then like not go back and do the same thing like afterwards. I feel like he would just be like, he'll listen to me, but then it'll still be the same thing.
So, just to sum up everything that you've said, so you're taking 4 classes and you're interning, and you said you work as well? Okay, and then you said like your family wants to see you like on the weekends and for dinner sometimes and everything. And that you're just feeling like guilty when you don't go, and even when you do go, they still kind of make you feel guilty about it. What would be your ideal like goal or outcome to this situation?
Honestly, I just want them to like be understanding, at least for this last semester. Like it's just one semester, you know. Like I kind of managed a little bit, like, you know, for like my whole 4 years here, but I just want them to like back off this semester because I just feel like they're doing it like more than ever, and I just don't understand why. Because they know it's like the very last semester I have here, and then, you know, have like more time to give to them. So I feel like if they could just understand that and not like ask me to go out every weekend with them, like it'll just be so much better, you know.
So you think that if they kind of backed off of asking you to come to and maybe only ask you every once in a while, that would ease the stress that you have.
Right, for like special occasions or something, but not just like every second weekend. Because then it's just like, for what, you know? And it's like they know that like I'm going home. They know that like I'm just really like focused in school. Or like just go to school, go to work, internship, and then I'm home to sleep. So it's not like I'm doing other things when I'm not home. So they could just like understand that and then back off a little bit, like I'll be fine.
Do you think that there's anything specific that you could do or say to them that would help you get to that goal?
I mean, I guess I could try talking to my mom and tell her how I feel. I mean, I never really thought about doing it because I'm very like reserved when it comes to like sharing how I feel. But I guess it wouldn't be bad because I know she'll understand. I just never really thought about like actually, talking to her. So maybe I could talk to her and she'll be a little bit more understanding. And then maybe she'll tell me like what I can do to get my dad to understand because she knows him best.
Okay, so it sounds like from what you're saying, like you think that she would understand and that she would even be willing to help you explain things to your dad. Could you tell me a little bit about, it sounds like you're very close with your mom. Could you tell me a little bit about your relationship with your parents?
Right. Well, I'm very close with my mom. Me and my dad, we have like a good relationship, but we're not like that close. My parents are separated. I live with my mom. My dad just has like a very like bad temperament, and like he's like a really nice person, a really great dad, whatever. But just like not as open-minded as my mom is. So I guess that's why I get along with her more than with my dad.
Okay, so would you say you feel more comfortable talking to your mom about these kinds of things than you do with your dad?
Definitely, yeah. Because like when I think about it, like she'll like understand and try to like put some in my shoes. Even though she's supportive and still wants me to like spend time with her, like on the weekends, like I feel like she'll kind of understand that it's only like this semester and that it'll be different.
Okay. And do you think, with your mom's help, that you would be able to get your dad to understand that this, like all the work and things that you have to do and not seeing them as often as you would like, would only be temporary, or do you think that he would understand?
I mean, I would have to talk to my mom about it just because I have a very hard time understanding my dad. And I mean, she knows someone that like sometimes, like there's things I don't get about him and that frustrate me. But like she explains them to me and like she explains to me like why he's like that or this and that, or like how I should like talk to him or like ignore him or whatever. So I guess like maybe she'll give me an idea and then I could try it out.
Okay, so you're taking all your classes and you're doing well in them, and it sounds like you're balancing things pretty well, which is great for like all of the different things that you have going on. And you're also trying to balance like your family life, and it seems like that they're pushing everything to be like have a lot of time with them. So you're trying to get them to understand all the things that you have to do, and you think that telling your mom and talking to her might help?
Right. Yeah. I know.